talk about success, we live it. We're bringing in big-time guests to talk about big-time things that's going to inspire, motivate, and challenge you to get to the next level. I'm your host, Jay, and alongside with my co-host, we're breaking down barriers that have never been imaginable before and taking it to the next level. But before we get started, let's meet this co-host. My boy D. What's up, baby?
It's D, project engineer, bodybuilder, and co-host of Pumping Perspective.
Y'all know what it is. And of course, we got to meet the lady of the hour. Talk to him, man. Talk to him.
Hello. What's up?
How you doing, my
Good,
girl?
how are you? I'm Emma. I'm a former collegiate athlete, played field hockey and lacrosse, bringing you a woman's perspective here.
So y'all know what it is, man. Every episode, what we're doing is bringing in big-time guests, powerhouses. This episode is extremely special to me and, of course, D. Emma, of course, too. But I call this episode the HU Connection. That's right, HU. You know. The reason why the powerhouse guest that we have coming in today has risen from the concrete and turned himself into an entrepreneur that you have to know. And if you don't know the name, you soon will know. He's built one of the biggest franchises out there, starting from the ground up. Jerk Nite sound familiar? Well, if not, look it up because it will be familiar after this episode. Kadeem, the man, the myth, the legend, my boy. I'm proud to have him here. He represents entrepreneurship at its finest. And after this episode, you'll realize it don't matter where you start, it just matters that hunger. And at the end of the day, two things are gonna happen. You're gonna leave pretty hungry, but also have that hunger to want to push for more, like my boy Kadeem. Kadeem, welcome to Pump Perspective, baby.
My boy.
My boy.
We didn't even do the workout yet, but I'm feeling pumped up.
Hey,
Let's do
we
this.
pumped up, man. So we're gonna put you through a back day workout. If that's fine with you.
I'm ready.
But before that, I want you just to talk to the people, man. Be a better jerk, man. Talk to people. Tell them about a little bit about
I'm
yourself.
about to say, you see the brand. Founded Jerk Nite back in 2014. Started with a food truck. 3 food trucks later, now we got 3 or 4 stores. That's what we do. We're building our brand. We're building our community, and we're showing entrepreneurship. So I'm ready for this journey.
Y'all know what it is, man. I'm telling you, HU, this connection. Stay tuned. We got y'all.
Hey, so this is the row machine right here. We're gonna do a few reps of 10 for a few sets here. So we're gonna hit our back. So Emma's gonna start us off.
Perfect. And then we got to get back to my man, Kadeem, bro.
Yes, sir.
Because, of course, there's so much that we want to know, the people want to know, bro.
Yeah.
But you're an entrepreneur. But we know getting to that road is not something easy or not something that comes to you right away.
Mm-hmm.
So what age did that click to you that, like, you know what? I don't think I want to go the 9-to-5 route. I think I could do, like, be in my own lane. Yeah. What age would you say, like, that kind of clicked and how?
Honestly, I had been inspired, earlier in my life, but the real answer is just, I was in college. It was like my junior year.
Okay.
I was working as a valet. And it was one of them cold days where I'm running back and forth in one of these cars. Actually one of our co-hosts was actually there with me. One time I was like, I'm not doing this no more. Like, this is not me. I can't sustain my life like this. Like, I don't want to ever work for nobody again. Like, it was that much of a day where it was like, we felt. I don't know, man. I felt like I was just like a servant there. They're like, oh no, I don't want to be in this level of work ever again. Like, how do I now do something for myself and build a business like this? I'm watching people get rich and have like their time and enjoy themselves. I'm like, no, I should be on that side too. Like, there's nothing that's separating me from anybody else of creating my own. And like, just even the concept of within the education system, I'm in college at the time, I'm like, it's gonna take me too long to get there. So let me just let me think of something now. Let me think of something now so I can develop now. So while I'm doing school and while I'm having these jobs, I can also start like a vision and a goal I can reach that's like a business I can grow for myself. So
And that's good that you didn't submit to it, because a lot of times I feel like, especially with the older generation, they kind of say you gotta pay your dues.
Pay your dues. If I hear one person say that again.
You gotta pay your dues before you get there. But let me ask you this, like, what did you do to prepare you to become an entrepreneur, to jump that road?
Honestly, it's a lot of studying. It's a lot of talking and making connections with people you're not really like used to talking to or whatever. And you're giving a lot of ideas and just troubleshooting, because a lot of your ideas are gonna be bad. A lot of them are gonna fail, and you're just like, okay, what makes the most sense for me? And just having to do that through repetition. So I had to create a level of discipline. Like, okay, if I am my own boss, I can't just wake up when I feel like or do what I want to do at any time. Like, okay, let me create a structure to this, and how am I going to actually elevate to making this dream or this concept a reality? And learning the industries that are within the industry that I'm trying to get into. So with food, You know, a lot of it is just coming down to marketing. And unfortunately, a lot of marketing goes towards women. So do you feel like food marketing has done anything for you, especially you being in fitness and health and all that stuff? How does that work for you and your feed when you're on Instagram?
Yeah, I mean, my feed is full of like food, cookies, I love to bake, so it's all in there. I think for me, like in the fitness industry is like making sure like what I'm eating is actually good for me. So a lot of times it's like, this looks really good, but like, is it actually like gonna like sustain me? Like if I'm going to the gym, obviously I like to do that 80-20 kind of balance, so to speak, of like eat healthy but also like enjoy life. Like I'm not gonna not enjoy food here and there, but I think a lot of it is like in the mindset of like the gym industry is like you can't eat certain things, and it's like no, you can, it's just you have to do it in moderation. So I think seeing that, I'm definitely drooling when I'm watching those videos.
A lot of my business is just like, we're there for that one cheat meal. We're there for that one cheat day. Come get you a taco. You know, come get you some chicken and oxtail. We're there for that cheat day.
No, that's brilliant.
Speaking of cheating, I don't want to.
You gotta get on here.
Don't cheat yourself.
He's like, if I keep talking, I don't hop on here.
Hey, while Dee's hitting that, like D, for you, right? What would you say your cheat day meal is? I know we all got our own and what we like to dive into.
Man, Jerk
I
at
know
Nite.
you're gonna say egg
Hey,
whites,
I'm
right?
not.
You're gonna have
And this is
something
not.
like
This is not biased.
Yeah.
This is not biased, but Jerk at Nite for real. Like, you know, right now, as you guys know, I'm on prep right now for my show, so I'm definitely gonna be stopping at Jerk at Nite right after this, after my show.
Hey, I love that. What about you, Em? Cheat day meals.
I'm a big chocolate person, so it's not normally a meal. It's normally like a little dessert here and there, which I know some people like my brownies over here. So.
I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all haven't tried it, her brownies, maybe we need to do some type of collaboration, because her brownies are to die for.
I'm a chocolate fan.
I got you next time.
Talk about cheat days, like that's something that you're gonna continuously break and cheat days. I don't want to cheat the workout though, so let's get to the next joint. Let's keep it going.
Let's go.
And so guys, right here is lat pull down. We're gonna do a few sets, reps of 10 on the lat pull down.
Perfect. And Dean, while you're hitting this, of course, now I'm gonna bring us back. It's kind of like the storytelling. So that dreary, cold day where you're valeting, you say, this is no longer gonna work for me. So now we fast forward to HU. How does Jerk at Nite come to life though? Are you sitting in the dorm and somebody comes in eating like a piece of chicken that you're like, hey, this isn't good enough, we need something better? How does the idea come to life, brother?
Man, honestly, again, we was just on campus and the ideas just kept flowing, man. It was one of them things where it's like, okay, how are we actually gonna make this practical? One day I just went by Union Market and just started seeing all these different vendors. I was like, asking them, like, getting just prices, like, how much is chicken over here? Like, where can I get the seasonings from? And after that, it was just like, it just started to make sense. So we just, old school way, this is before Uber Eats and all that stuff, like, we just took everybody's email. People just started emailing us. We're like, yo, give us your orders from basically in the daytime, from 12 to 10, give us all your orders. And then after that, we would just like email everybody back, hey, we're gonna be at your dorm by 10:15. And we go over there, we'll collect our payment, come back. So like simple beginning like that, just rolled into the actual, okay, this is a business now, you know? And it really just started to all make sense. Like after doing that for like a couple months, we're like, okay, let's get into like catering now. Catering business now, like that's when you're gonna get your real profits. So, okay, so now we're turning around on catering and we're actually like saving up the funding. We're like, okay, maybe we should really take this seriously and get a food truck. You know, so that's just, it started rolling. Like it's just crazy how like entrepreneurship works. It's like you'll have one simple goal and you'll just keep every time you keep pushing it back because you know like, okay, that wasn't that bad. I know how to maintain this. I can do more. And then you just keep elevating and evolving into more of your business.
So with involving, there's challenges, right? And what are some of the challenges that you dealt with as an entrepreneur, and how did you overcome it to get you to this point right now?
It's countless challenges, from down to like relationships, friendships here and there coming and going, DCRA, Department of Health, you know, taxes. All these things are like different versions of challenges. But with entrepreneurship, your whole goal is to problem solve. Your goal isn't to now just, I'm making money and I'm just building this big old business. Like, no, your job as an owner or as a visionary and also as a problem solver. So you see any type of need in your business, you now fill that gap with something else. You see anybody slacking or you see any type of, you know, you see a dip in the production as far as people go, or like the energy might be off in your building. you have to now change that. Do I need to now do leadership counseling for people? Do I now do management training for people now? Like, your job as an owner is to control the energy of the room that you step in your business, the culture of your business that you have. So challenges, I can't even like recall all of them because it's like my job is to fix challenges.
Yeah.
I look forward to a challenge, and it's, I don't know if it's just like this weird obsession I had with puzzles as a kid. Like, I want there to be something that I can solve. Every single day I look for something to solve. So the challenges are there to help the business grow and to help me grow and help everybody grow. So I look forward to those types of challenges.
And you hit something I think that's key, Kadeem. You talk about the culture, bro.
Yeah.
Obviously, us three being HU alums, right?
Yeah.
Talk about just how Howard allowed you to be who you are today and really have that entrepreneurial, that go-getter mentality to be like, you know what?
tenacity,
I'm from HU, man. It don't
Yeah.
matter what the world tells me. I'm gonna make it.
I had stronger battles in the A building trying to get classes than it was getting a business license. I promise you, like learning that, just learning, oh, I gotta wake up at 6 because I gotta bring them coffee. And I know that lady, if I get her in the morning, she got a good attitude. So let me catch her early with a smile and a little joke. Hey, Miss Abrams or whatever. Hey, I'm really trying to get in them classes, but my money didn't disperse yet. I don't have no money, but here's some coffee. So doing that, it prepared me for everything. You learn that like, there's other versions of no. You know, it just might be a delayed yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Love
and
that.
so you just have to, in the moment, figure out, okay, how do I now get to that yes?
Yeah.
You know, so you don't even look at a challenge anymore. And Howard teaches you a lot about that. And also just the camaraderie of just like you meeting somebody that either went to an HBCU or any type of professional school as a black man, you know, there's a lot of people who are willing to help, are willing to want to reach out and be like, okay, hey, I see this brother working really, really, really hard. Here, man, like I got a contract for you at DCPS, or here, man, come to the Department of Health and do a speaking engagement for them. You know, different type of things like that. And Howard really just like is the binding glue to a lot of that. Because every time I step into a room, I can be confident knowing like the lineage that I come from as a person, along with like my school and the energy that comes from my school. So, I mean, you guys know,
I love that. No, that's
it emanates when you go into a room, man.
that's real. And then we can't obviously not ask about your partner though.
Yeah.
Like if there's anybody that's the integral part, we know you guys are Batman and Robin or Kobe and Shaq. Talk about him for a little, bro, before we even try to, talk about anything else.
If you say Kobe and Shaq, I'm gonna say I'm Shaq. I'm the most dominant. But he's definitely Kobe, man, because he's getting them buckets. Like a lot of it early on was just knowing the dynamic part of our relationship. Like a lot of it is okay. He's the brother with the dreads. You know what I'm saying? Let's put him on camera. Let's make sure everybody sees the energy of like our business through him. He became a spokesperson, a great spokesperson for our business. And he's just a culinary genius overall. And working with a creative, you need somebody else who is like becomes a bumper to a lot of that and to help to develop the business. So he comes in, he's like, yo, I want to do oxtail cocoa bread tacos today. You're like, all right, cool. Now, how do I now go to my vendor and how do I order this in bulk and now make this into a thing, create a marketing plan around it, and let's roll this out now. You know, it's a lot of that. So I couldn't do this without him. And outside of finding a wife, finding a good business partner, you know, because you can't do
You know what
this.
they say, you find a good business partner, that's the closest thing to God, right?
Because you can't do this all on your own. If you try to do it on your own, it's gonna take you 20 years to get it done. You know, with two people, you can take 5 to 10 years to get it done. So
Collaboration is everything.
of course, of course, man.
Collaboration
Of
is
course.
key, man. Well, I gotta ask you this, man. Advice for entrepreneurs out there that's like, yo, I dream of one day opening up a restaurant, a club, some type of business. What would your advice be to that entrepreneur that's watching this right now? It's like, bro, give me the tools. If you could give me just 2 keys to success, what are those 2?
I know it's cliche, but I would say you have to start. You have to start. Don't get caught up in all the research and all the bullshit with that. Like, start the fucking business, yo. I would say that's my tip number 1. Tip number 2 would be ready to evolve. Don't get stuck and complacent in one place because this business, any business you get into, it's ever changing. You need to be able to evolve with whether it's the marketing part of it, whether it's the financial part of it, whether it's just like, you might not be in the trend right now and you might have to just find a backbone to go by to build out through your business. But be ready to evolve, be able to change. So those are my two
And
main
I know you
tips.
got burning questions, so I'm gonna let you step up
Oh
and
yeah,
ask
thank you.
it.
I'm about to say, what's up, man? Let me get
My last
engaged.
question before we kind of leave you here. What would that advice be for someone who is trying to build up like community around them? You said like your partner is the biggest person, like people trying to find who you're looking for to kind of build that community. Like we have a community here in the gym. Where you suggest people look for? I know sometimes being in your 20s, you're like, I just started life, like how am I supposed to find friends? How am I supposed to build my community? Like how would you suggest someone does that?
I mean, a lot of it just starts from your interests. Just, I think that's key. Like through me playing basketball a lot throughout like my life, it's like I just made a lot of friendships throughout that. That's how I made friends with him. And just vicariously meeting friends with him. Like
talking trash from the court.
just talking trash. So like I would say as long as there's like a commonality as far as like an interest, that's the best way to build out a community. And your community ends up being like your biggest patrons when you start a business. If you just do decide to do that, like you need the community. You're gonna need those people around you to push, and like that, they'll be the best voice to hear like an honest opinion about something. If I do something stupid, he's gonna be the first one
He'll
to
call
tell
you
me,
out. He'll let
hey
you
brother,
know.
that post you did the other day, it don't make no type of sense. You need to take it down.
Right.
Yeah.
And then of course we always gotta ask all our guests, man.
sir.
If there's somebody that you want on the next episode that you're gonna help us get, who's that next person that we're pointing at them right now saying, hey, we coming for you, and Kadeem's gonna help make it happen? Who's that person, bro?
I would say the most interesting man on the world, my lawyer, Michael Roy. I will reach out to you after this. And we will get you on here.
Okay.
There we go.
Michael Roy, we come for
Hey,
you,
we
man.
coming
We're
for you,
coming
Michael
for
Roy.
you.
We come for you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, give it up for Kadeem, the man, the myth, the HU
man.
legend, man.
Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for
appreciate it,
having
man.
me. I'm
We
feeling
appreciate
pumped.
it. And
My
y'all
back
know as
hurts
always,
already.
man, like and subscribe to the page and follow us on all podcast platforms. Our next episode is going to be legendary. We have a big time guest bringing in big time things in a unique way. Stay tuned. We out.
Be a better jerk. Be a better jerk. Don't play with us. Jerk Nite. Do your body right.
Hey.